All right. First off, we would like to thank you all for being here this evening and this weekend. We know that with a destination wedding, it's a commitment. So seriously, thank you. Lauren and I find our purpose in our people. So it means so much to have our most important ones here celebrating our big day. And let's call it what it is. Like when we created the invite list, we took out a bottle of wine, we force ranked all of our friends and family, and y'all made it, so hell yeah. Yeah, you want to do that for yourselves? Yeah, get in there. Yeah, you deserve it, it's good. So it's obviously a tight group, right? And Lauren and I, we're, popular. And what that means is that we could have invited more people, but jokes aside, we didn't. And it's because we really wanted to share this experience with all of you. Quality time is precious and necessary in building and maintaining strong relationships. And as Lauren and I build our lives together, we're committed to prioritizing quality time with this group here.
So huge thank you to our family, Janet and Wilbur, and Linda and Tom, and Mallory and Chris, Jordan's parents, who helped us put on this event. We could not have done it without your guidance, your support. You were always there to help whenever we needed it. But more importantly, you made us feel loved, and you make us feel loved every single day. And that's really what matters most. So thank you. Also, big thanks to Kristen and Yaz and Sam. Each of you took on big roles in planning this, and the effort that you put forward made everything easier for us, but also more fun, because we got to do it with you. So thank you. Thank you. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my parents. I wouldn't be here without their guidance and support and love. And the truth is, they loved a good party. And it would be really important to all of them that all of you had an amazing time tonight. So, we want you all on the dance floor and making some impressions, as Jordan likes to say.
So grab a drink, grab a few more. We'll see you back out here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, forgive me for reading mine. Lauren and Jordan have been so brilliant in memorizing their vows and speaking extemporaneously, and I apologize for relying on my notes to read mine, but I don't want to forget anything. And by the way, Sam, you stole a few of my lines tonight, but I'm going to forgive you. So, as Lauren's Aunt Janet, I'm pleased to offer this toast tonight on behalf of her mom and dad, whom you all know now we lost much too early in their lives and in Lauren's. But they're here in our hearts, and they would wholeheartedly agree that tonight, as Lauren said, is a night to celebrate. This is a very joyous occasion. By the way, in case anyone is wondering, no, I did not get this toast from ChatGPT. Most of all, Lauren's entire family, the Burrows and the Luchins, all sitting over here in the corner, are happy to welcome Jordan into our warm embrace. We all adore and admire Lauren, all the more so as we have seen her navigate the difficult past few years of losing both parents. She has so many of their finest qualities, and it makes our hearts swell to see them carried on in her. She is, of course, smart, like both her mom and dad, and beautiful, like her mom, but her wonderful inherited qualities go far beyond that. She is level-headed, even-tempered, and strategic. She is charming, exudes happiness, and has a smile that can light up a room, as she is doing tonight. She is loyal, ethical, principled, and strong. She is a leader, extremely social, well-liked by all, and always exhibits a positive, can-do attitude. She is humble and modest, and it is unbelievable how far she can hit a golf ball. When her other Aunt Linda and I began to hear about a new interest a few years ago, as surrogate parents, we both knew we had to check him out. Lauren and Jordan knew each other from work. Okay, that seemed to be a good way to get to know each other. And he's handsome, smart, and considerate, all traits that we like. He excelled in school and is very entrepreneurial. That sounds like a key to success. He lived in New York at the time. Well, if he can handle New York, he can handle anything. He also plays golf. Interests in common. He comes from a lovely, close-knit family and has a really great sister who apparently is also an excellent minister. Everything we could hope for. He wanted to come and meet us. That was when we knew it was trending in the right direction. So Wilbur and I invited Lauren and Jordan to dinner because years ago we used to love to have dinner with my dad, who had a great relationship with Wilbur. Anytime we came to Florida for a visit, we would always see Dad. After his death, we understood how much those evenings meant to him when we saw that he recorded every one of them in his calendar, and then he would note, "They paid." So it was fitting that we had our introduction to Jordan over dinner. It was all going well. He was everything that Lauren had described, so we decided to order an extra special wine. At the end of our meal, when we asked for the check, we learned that instead of taking a break for the restroom, Jordan had prepaid the bill. Whoa, that was a tactical, brilliant move, taking us completely by surprise. Well done, Jordan, and sorry about the cost of that wine. And my calendar now says they paid. And that was the start of a journey that we have watched these two navigate over the past few years. From heady infatuation to partnership, shared values, similar interests, and deep love. It has been wonderful to see their relationship evolve and grow and become such a part of the two of them, separately and together. It is an equal partnership rooted in friendship, respect, humor, shared goals, and, well, as Sam already said tonight, lots of Excel spreadsheets. We could not be happier than to welcome Jordan into our family, and we invite you now to share a toast to the newlyweds, borrowing words that Wilbur and I often give to couples embarking on a life together. Welcome to one of life's greatest adventures. We love you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jane, and I'm here to tell you a story about my friends, Lauren and Jordan. Before I begin, any fans of romance novels out there, like Lauren and me? Raise your hand. All right. You're going to like this one. Our thoroughly modern tale begins at work and with a Slack message. It's 5:58 p.m. in a corporate office, and one new employee fires off a question to another relatively new joiner sitting right across the table. When do people get out of here? Text read, the recipient looks up, the couple's eyes meet, and it's insta-love. Oh, actually, wait a second. That's actually a story about how Lauren and I became friends. It's a great one, obviously, and I'm so fortunate it happened. But my task here is to tell a different, better insta-love tale. Lauren and Jordan's, which I had the pleasure of witnessing as it played out. But before I go too far, for those of you who have yet to enjoy reading a thoroughly good corset breaker, and you really should, insta-love is a romance novel trope. A couple sees each other and knows immediately that there's something very special there, and then a series of obstacles stands in the way before they reach their HEA, their happily ever after. So here we go. We're now back at that same corporate office. Lauren and Jordan first lay eyes on each other at a company party in 2019. He's cute, she's cute. It's insta-love. Except, first obstacle. She's a big bad boss. And he, shall we say, is younger and carefree. They don't work directly together, but it's close enough and kind of a deal breaker. Jordan, however, is determined. Ever the creator of social moments, he starts to just swing by Lauren's office floor every Thursday and every Friday, and oh so casually strolls through, rallying the masses for after-work shenanigans. But he's always got his eye on the prize because he always ends up at Lauren's desk. And those of us who are romance connoisseurs absolutely know his game. He chats, she can't help herself and flirts, and then it's lights out. Literally, the pandemic hits, second obstacle. Shortly thereafter, Jordan conveys a message to Lauren. A friend of his tells a friend of hers, through N95s, of course, that, quote, his intentions are honorable. Problem is, our honorable protagonist then proceeds to quit his job and Boston for New York City and kind of disappears. Third obstacle. Yet somehow, through time and space, our love story prevails. And in a tale as old as time, it's the woman who fixes things. Hang on with me. Being the professional badass that Lauren is, she uses LinkedIn to pick Jordan up. She texts, he answers. A few virtual meetings later, it's COVID, people. He's coming up to Boston for their first official date, and it's insta-love again. Judging by the fact that our tale ends at the altar, it's safe to say that he really meant the honorable part. Let me just say a few words about our main characters, because one couldn't have written them better. Different as they may seem at first, upon closer inspection, Lauren and Jordan are similar in many ways. They are, on the surface, both very beautiful people, gregarious, inclusive, easygoing, smart. But as I tell my kids, you can't be beautiful on the outside if you're not beautiful on the inside. And inside, they're balanced, clear-minded, supportive, and deep, with strengths of character and inner fortitude that no doubt will ensure their HEA, despite whatever obstacles come their way. So, let's all raise our glasses. Thank Lauren and Jordan for including us in their story, and wish them a very happy ending indeed.
My name is Kristen, and I am Lauren's henchman. Lauren told me to keep this snappy. So my first draft was basically Lauren's number one, happy wife, happy life, Jordan. And then I read it to my mom, and she said I could do a bit more. So this is the rest. I am delighted for my friend today. I've known Lauren for about 10 years. I've worked with her. I've traveled with her. I've consumed all the wine with her. Lauren is the most, in the very best way. She is the most kind. She is the most smart. She's the most capable. She is the most fun to ski with. She is the most person to skip dinner and have wine with. I could really go on and on. She is the most. And so as you can imagine, this sets the bar high for a partner. And Jordan is really all that I could have hoped for my friend. And I'm a tough judge because I'm not as nice as Lauren. The only flaw I've identified so far is that he doesn't ski very much, but we can fix that. As I've listened to Lauren talk about Jordan over the past few years, what stands out to me is all the fun things that she's been up to with him. He is an excellent, slightly bad influence. She's out late. She's out on school nights. It sounds like they're always doing something fun, but I think that's also because they enjoy the day-to-day together, and that makes their life fun. And so at the end of the day, I think they have found in each other that tricky balance where you find your complement but not your copy, the person who pushes the limits just enough to open you to new things, but also provides that bedrock of support before you've thought to ask. And so I'm delighted that my friend has found her match because I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. So in conclusion, Jordan, more skiing, happy wife, happy life. And to you both, congratulations, cheers, and let's raise a glass to many more years of fun and happiness. Cheers, guys. I didn't have anybody to cheers with.
Good evening. My name is Yaz, and it is sincerely my great pleasure and privilege to be Jordan's best man for today's celebrations. Now, when it came to writing this speech, I have to say I was a little bit worried. How do you describe a guy who plays hours of blackjack with carnal screams marking his improbable winning streaks? A guy who counts successfully avoiding all forms of fictional entertainment and recreational present giving as two of his greatest ever lifetime achievements. We'll have to start at the beginning. I first met Jordan in college. We were one of 6 students accepted into UMass's exclusive Student Managed Investment Fund, MEF. And I have to say, he made an incredible impact on me because I hated him immediately. I realized he was the only student in my class who was smoother and smarter than me, seemingly perfect. My only competitor to take the top position of the fund one day. So, working on the principle of keeping my friends close and my enemies closer, we found ourselves rooming together our junior year. And that is when I discovered a different side to Jordan, a side that was perfect friend material. One night, for example, when attending various social functions at a nearby college, Jordan thought the best way to approach impressing the girls there was to rock a Salvation Army outfit, complete with an unwashed turtleneck, a cyan blue blazer with shoulder pads, and gray slacks with a 10-inch leg opening. In other words, every woman's dream. That's right. That's good. It's my fucking floor. During this same night, Jordan then decided to make the evening more interesting by kicking it off playing rugby with a handle of Rubinoff for the better part of an hour. This eventually led to a thoroughly sauced journey on the 38 bus up to Mount Holyoke College. And then at some point on the trip, about halfway to our destination, the bus stopped and Jordan used it as an opportunity for a quick comfort break and then quickly watched the bus disappear into the distance behind him. But it says everything about him that in the pitch dark of a cold New England night, in dress shoes, with no coat, no gloves, and no hat, considering his very limited options, Jordan decided to tighten the laces on his dress shoes and start running. He closed 4 miles in under 30 minutes in sub 30-degree weather and made it to the party. And he was the life of the party. We expected nothing less. After college, after a stint doing high-profile consulting work and then strategic finance at Wayfair, where he met Lauren, Jordan was yearning for more purposeful work. So he decided to write down all the things he was good at and enjoyed and go from there. Extremely sensible. It was to be a life-changing moment. With a real desire to have a job he's underqualified for, an overwhelming passion for a role that demands no interview process, and a burning ambition to have a job it's absolutely impossible to get fired from, Jordan agreed to co-found a startup with me. I couldn't believe my luck. I'd been on the lookout for a semi-professional vibe bringer with killer Excel skills for quite some time. So I jumped at the chance. Now, I'm pleased to say that his career has gone from highs to higher highs, and he should be proud of everything he's achieved, not least of which was surviving the episode when he was heard using the camera on his phone in the men's restroom at his first internship. Yep, it's true. This act, combined with sprinting out of the laboratory to avoid detection, isn't a great look, unless you're intending to spend time incarcerated. But luckily, Jordan was able to remain anonymous and avoid the state penitentiary. You're all probably now wondering why he was using that camera. But if I said taking a picture of another man's feet in the stall next to him, I don't think it would make things sound any better. This is a really intimate crowd. Many of you have known Jordan for many years, some his entire life. Over the countless late nights working, studying, and playing together over the years, I've come to know him really well. His strengths, his character, and some of his picadillos. Jordan is a man of unparalleled energy, commitment, and will. He's a clear and curious thinker, and his word is his bond. But what truly makes Jordan special is his commitment to improving the lives of everyone around him without expecting anything in return. Whether it be in the short term by counting on him to always be a good time when you're looking for it, or giving you that candor that you need to hear when you're not. And so you can imagine my happiness when Jordan announced his proposal to Lauren, a woman who gives as much to him as he gives to his friends and family. Lauren, as I've gotten to know you, I've seen the grace, mind, energy, and beauty that Jordan's fallen in love with. And I'm absolutely grateful for you. You've made him happier and wiser. And after years of searching, I can see in his eyes and in his heart that when he says to me that he's found his purpose in you, it's real, it's love, and it's fucking beautiful. Jordan, I love you, man. I know I speak for all your friends and family here when I say that. I wish you both eternal love and a long, happy, and healthy married life together. I ask everyone to please join me in raising a toast to Jordan and Lauren.